Give you my heart.
So in this chapter, my dear boys and girls, we are going to deal with very important act, to be precise, one of the law of the country, that is Consumer Protection Act. ये पूरा Consumer Protection Act है, कैसा है, क्या है, that we are going to study in this chapter. But before studying anything about consumer protection, let's all understand the meaning of the word consumer. Who is a consumer? Let's understand that. Yes. So who is a consumer? Three bullets are there. One who purchases, second bullet for personal use, third bullet, and pay consideration. पैसा देता है, either wholly or partly. पूरा पैसा दे देगा या थोड़ा ही पैसा देगा, either wholly or partly. But this purchase is made for personal use and consideration is paid, is called as consumer. So what is a consumer? Consumer is a person, an individual, to be precise, a buyer who purchases for personal use and not for any other use. That is what is called as consumer. So consumer is one. When you purchase for the self use, you become the consumer. Okay, that is what is the meaning of consumer. The word, my dear students, consumer has derived. The word consumer has derived from the Latin word consumer. The word consumer has derived from the Latin word consumer, which means to eat or to drink. That is what is Latin word comes. A consumer, the word consumer comes from. The consumer is one who consumes or uses any commodity or services available for natural use or through market. Who use that particular item, that is what is called as consumer. That particular thing is called as what? Consumer. I hope all of you must have understood the meaning of consumer very, very thoroughly. Okay. Pay attention. How many of you have gone to buy Thumbs Up, Coca-Cola, Sprite, Mirinda, milk, buttermilk? कोई गया है ये सब चीजें परचेस करने के लिए? Almost every one of us have been somewhere or the other. You must have observed that if the Coca-Cola bottle is worth rupees 53 or Thumbs Up bottle is worth rupees 53, they will take 55 from you, saying as cooling charges. Whenever you go to buy, for example, say Amul milk, its packet is worth rupees 29, they will take 30 rupees from you, cooling charges. Almost many of the times that has happened. You must have seen Red Bull gives you wings. वो wings का spelling पूरा अलग है. You've seen that ad. Red Bull gives you wings. Now the entire wings ka spelling they have changed. Why? Because it is a matter of chaos. So when you are paying extra, when there is food adulteration, you must have noticed that Maggie was banned. Maggie was banned few years back because there was a lead content. Lead content ज़्यादा था उसके अंदर. So all these acts are nothing but called as consumer exploitation. All this is called as what? Consumer exploitation. Consumer exploitation basically means unscrupulous, exploitative, and unfair trade practices, which involve selling defective and unsafe product, food adulteration, false advertising. All these comes under consumer exploitation. All these points comes under consumer exploitation. Unscrupulous, exploitative, and unfair trade practices which is taking place, that is what is called as nothing but consumer exploitation. So consumer exploitation leads to all these points over here. All unfair trade practices. You must have observed that in the month of last March 2020, all the things which required for coronavirus, that is PPE kits, masks, and even sanitizers, they were sold at the highest possible prices. बहुत ही खतरनाक प्राइसेस पे वो बेचा गया था, याद है? They were sold at a high prices out there. Okay, so that is what, my dear students, called as unscrupulous activity. नॉन मॉरल, इसका कोई मॉरल नहीं होता है। आई रिपीट, इसका कोई पर्टिकुलरली मॉरल नहीं होता है। मॉरललेस, अनस्क्रिप्टलेस मींस showing no moral, no ethic, no principle, no honesty. Unfair means से ये सब चीजें की जाती है. That is what is stated over here. So it involves defective, unsafe products, false advertising, and various adulteration out there. Okay. Adulteration means मिलावट. Adulteration means मिलावट. दूध में पानी, पानी में दूध, पता ही नहीं चलता. That is what is called as food adulteration. Lead content was high. That is what is food adulteration. So don't you think, my dear students, to control all these unfair practices, there has to be certain restrictions. कुछ restrictions इसमें withdraw करनी चाहिए. आपको नहीं लगता है? करना चाहिए, नहीं करना चाहिए? Yes, it is supposed to be done. You should do it. Why should we do it? So that it doesn't happen with all of us. So that it doesn't happen with every one of us. That is what is stated over here. That this has to be done. This has to be kept into the mind while doing it. Because it is very, very important to protect the rights of the consumer. It is very, very important to protect what? The rights of the consumer. Consumer के rights को protect करना बहुत ज़्यादा ज़रूरी है. And things. So for that, our government in 1986 brought an act. Our government brought an act. Act का मतलब होता है law, and that law is called as Consumer Protection Act 1986. In 1986, the Consumer Protection Law or Consumer Protection Act was passed, and from then it is known as consumer protection. Now, what is the basic meaning of consumer protection? Consumer protection basically is a practice of safeguarding. I repeat, safeguarding the buyers against unfair trade practices in the market. जो market में unfair trade practices जो sellers करते हैं उसको रोकने के लिए this act was brought, and there were many laws, many fines, many penalties and various other aspects over here. ये समझ में आया what is consumer exploitation and what is consumer protection? Is it clear, crystal clear to all of you? Okay, so this is what, my dear students, called as consumer protection. Chalo, let's go ahead. The Consumer Protection Act was passed in the year 1986. The Consumer Protection Bill was passed on 1986. And my dear students, the National Consumer Day is celebrated on 24th December. And hence the National Consumer Day is celebrated on 24th December every year. I hope all of you have understood that National Consumer Day is celebrated on 24th December and International Consumer Day is celebrated on 15th March. International Consumer Day is celebrated on 15th March, National Consumer Day on this. So now let's study the importance of consumer protection. What is the important? Why Consumer Protection Act is required? The Consumer Protection Act was required because of these two different aspects or two different reasons. One is consumer itself, another is business itself. बिजनेस की वजह से कंज्यूमर प्रोटेक्शन एक्ट चाहिए एंड कंज्यूमर की वजह से कंज्यूमर प्रोटेक्शन एक्ट चाहिए. तो ऐसा क्या कारनामा करते हैं दोनों कि दोनों को एक दूसरे की जरूरत पड़ती है? व्हाट आर दोज एस्पेक्ट्स व्हिच रिक्वायर्स ईच ऑफ देम? द वेरी फर्स्ट इज स्टेटिंग एज फ्रॉम कंज्यूमर पॉइंट ऑफ व्यू देयर आर दिस थ्री एस्पेक्ट्स. First, the consumer is ignorant. Second, the consumer is unorganized. And third, there are various exploitations being undertaken on behalf of consumer. Okay. The first point states over here. A, consumer ignorance. What do you mean by consumer ignorance? How many of you have paid that extra 2 rupees for that Limca thumbs up? कितना ने extra pay किया हुआ है? I do that. Who does? छोटा भाई 53 का 55 ले लेना चल. And when you start arguing with him, when you start arguing with that person, Before arguing, what is the one thought that comes in your mind? What is that one thought which comes in your mind? छोड़ना, जाने दे, टाइम वेस्ट कौन करेगा, 2 रुपए लेता है, लेने दे. But for you it is just a 2 rupee. But for you it is just a 2 rupee. Imagine he is taking from 100 people in a day. He is earning 200 rupees. That is what is consumer exploitation. Consumer is ignorant about that. Consumer is ignorant about that. Let it go. Overhyped prices. That is one of the biggest reason why Consumer Protection Act is required. In the very, very extreme aspect, consumer is neither aware, even if he is aware, he doesn't want to get into that. So it becomes necessary to educate each and every consumer about the same so as to achieve the consumer awareness. So as to achieve the consumer awareness. Okay. Now, there are many different things that is happening over here. For example, many of the people, what do they do? When we go to restaurant to eat, the hotel charges service tax. The hotel charges service tax. Now, what is this basically service tax? Waiter aaya, he served you water, he served you the food, you ordered the food, he brought the food for you. उसके लिए charges serve करते हैं. But then also, the waiters expect that we should give them tips. We should give them tips. हम बोलते छोड़ना जाने देना 10 रुपए टिप दे देते. But that 10 rupees when you are giving him, you are ignoring that you have already paid the service charges for it. So it is very, very important to understand that why this happens. One, the most important aspect, consumer gets exploited because consumer himself is ignorant. Consumer छोड़ दे वाला attitude रखता है, उसकी वजह से ये सारी बातें की जाती है. That is what is stated over here. The consumer is ignorant about his right. He doesn't want. The ignorance of the consumer about their rights, market condition, price levels, product details, results, etc. is very, very important. Okay. The next point, consumers are not organized. The consumers are not at all organized. For example, there is Sanskar and there is Krishna. Krishna is an auto driver. Sanskar is the passenger. Let's take this example. Krishna is an auto driver and Sanskar is a passenger. Now tell me, student, there is a fight between both. And Sanskar ने खींच के रेपट लगा दिया. One tight slap he gave to Krishna. A huge tight slap was given by Sanskar to Krishna. Is it valid? What is the next step that is going to happen? Can I say all the rickshaw walas, they will come together and morcha nikalenge. Hamari मांगे पूरी करो, हमको ये दो वो दो. That is going to happen. All of them will come in a union out there. सबका एक union बन जाएगा. Yes or no? But what if and single auto driver, if single auto driver refuses you to take to that certain particular location, will all the consumers come together and decide कल से हम ऑटो में नहीं बैठेंगे? Are we going to do that? Yes or no? We don't care. That is what we say. This is what is going to happen. We all are going to say this only. So we are unorganized. So because consumer is not organized, that means we are not together. I repeat, what is it, my dear students? We are not together. It is going to cause a problem. It is going to cause a problem because consumers are not put into one plate. They are not united. This problem is there, or this problem is being faced by the consumer because the consumers are unorganized. They are scattered compared to the sellers, producers. The buyers are at a subordinate position, whereas producers, sellers are at superior positions. That is what happens. Individual customer, consumer cannot fight against this powerful. There is this big union, and thus it is very, very easy to exploit unorganized and widely spread consumers out there. I hope this second point is clear to you. And the third point is stating about exploitation. So that is what is from consumer's point of view. It is an exploitation. It is an huge level of exploitation. When more and more consumers start taking support of consumer protection to solve their grievances, then automatically the manufacturers, middlemen, traders refrain them from conducting the buyer's unfair means. All these is called as unfair means that is happening. The people are forced, you should do this, you should do that, or false advertisement, adulteration of food is being done over here. That is what is called as nothing but, my dear boys and girls, the unfair trade practices, exploitative. So these are the three reasons which is stated over here. I hope all of you are clear with these three reasons. Okay, so it is very, very important, my dear boys and girls, to understand that is important from whose point of view? From consumers' point of view. Now from the seller's point of view, how it is important? Let's check it out over here, dear boys and girls. From it is business point of view. If you want to remain in the business, if you like to retain in the business for a long term, you need to do what, my dear boys and girls? You need to pay attention to all these consumer points. Now tell me, if someone is complaining constantly about your product, and if you are ignorant about your product, will that person come back to your product to buy that product? He will buy for one time, two time. Will he buy it? No. So it is very one of the right of the consumer that their problems should be solved again and again on repeated and constant basis. So enlightened business realizes that if they want to sustain in the long term interest to satisfy their customers, they are supposed to have a good feedback to the prospective customer. Customer बोलना चाहिए नहीं, यहाँ से purchase करेंगे. They handle us very, very well. That's the reason consumer protection is required. That means if consumer protection was not there, this organization, this business were unable, they were not giving back the same consumer satisfaction. Because of this act, because of this law, it becomes very, 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 important, necessary that people, the business organizations are doing all this. So here it is called as nothing but the long term. If you want to sustain, you need to fulfill it. The next point, business uses society's resources. So Consumer Protection Act is required because business uses the resources of the society. It is the social responsibility of the business to give back, to supply such products and such services which are in public interest and does not have something hazardous. So it becomes the social responsibility, and it is because it uses it. So ye wala point, that is B and that is D, both are combined over here. B and C, both are combined over here. A business has a social responsibility towards various stakeholders, various interest group. The customers form an important group among these various different groups, and it is very, very important to satisfy the wants of the consumer and supply those goods and services which are actually required by the business. That is what is stated over here. This is what is called as social responsibility. Is it clear to all of you? Okay. The next, moral justification. Now what is this moral justification? I'll give you a basic example. Sanskar Gupta's best friend comes for his birthday with a birthday cake. वो संस्कार का बेस्ट फ्रेंड संस्कार के बर्थडे पे उसके लिए केक लेके आता है. Okay, very, very basic. नाउ कैन आई से मॉरली अब संस्कार को भी उसके बर्थडे पे केक लेके जाना चाहिए कि नहीं चाहिए? शुड संस्कार टेक अ बर्थडे केक फॉर हिज फ्रेंड? इफ ही डजंट टेक अ केक इन स्पाइट ऑफ बीइंग इन टाउन, कैन आई से वो थोड़ा एथिकली एंड मॉरली अच्छा नहीं लगता है? वो तुम्हारे लिए केक लेके आया, तुम उसके लिए केक लेके नहीं जा रहे हो. It matters. Either some gift has to be given. The reason? Because he has received something. So similarly, it is the moral duty of every business organization to take care of the interest of the consumer and avoid any kind of exploitation. The reason? The consumers is one who is going to help the business to earn huge profits. And if we do something wrong, it is morally wrong. So on morality grounds, on morality basis, unscrupulous, that is immoral, exploitative and unfair trade practices like exploitative product, unsafe product, adulteration, false advertisement, black marketing, artificial scarcity, or hoarding of goods should not be done. That is what is stated over here. And the last point is because of the government intervention. Because of the government intervention. If you do not follow the societal rules, government is going to intervene. Government is going to come, stop you. Hey dude, don't do this. Hey dude, don't do that. He is going to come and tell you. The dude is going to tell you. Who is this dude? He is called as government. Here it is government. Dude is government. If you don't follow the rules and regulations, you will be punished. And how and what, that we are going to see in some time. Are these points clear to all of you? Let's go ahead. Now there are certain legal frameworks which are going to help you out over here. कुछ ऐसे legal aspects है जो आपको help करते हैं. The first is Consumer Protection Act. ये किसके लिए बनाए गए हैं? For consumers. The Consumer Protection Act of 1986 is to protect and promote the interest of the consumers. The act provides safeguards to the consumer against unscrupulous, unfair and exploitative trade activities. Trade practices के खिलाफ this act is used. The act provides for setting up three-tier machinery. What is this three-tier machinery? How many of you know district court, high court and supreme court? कितनों को पता है? So can I say, agar all these problems that consumer is facing, if I'm going to take to those court, can I say the court will have burden? They are already looking into criminal aspect of the country. Now they have to look into consumer protection also. So can I say there would be too much of burden on these organizations? Yes. So that's the reason Consumer Protection Act 1986 have given a special three-tier machinery where these problems of consumers can be resolved. First is district forum, then there is state commission, and then there is national commission. So that is what is called as Consumer Protection Act. First is this. Second is the Indian Contract Act 1872. Indian Contract Act 1872. For example, there is Mahi and there is Ashwini. There are these two peoples out there, Mahi and Ashwini. Mahi has promised Ashwini to supply such 5,000 red pens on payment of rupees 1 lakh. ऐसा कॉन्ट्रैक्ट बनाया गया. ऐसा क्या बनाया गया? कॉन्ट्रैक्ट बनाया गया. So now can I say Mahi and Ashwini are two parties of the contract? Yes or no? Mahi and Ashwini are two parties of the contract. What if after Ashwini's payment of 1 lakh, Mahi doesn't supply 5,000 pens? Can I say it becomes something which is very wrong? So for that, such contracts ke liye, the Indian Contract Acts have been formed or they have been laid down. The act laid down the condition in which promises made by either parties of the contract, either parties to the contract will be binding on each other. दोनों के लिए एक दूसरे का फर्ज बहुत ज्यादा इंपॉर्टेंट है. And on breach of such contract, I repeat, breach का मतलब ऐसे कॉन्ट्रैक्ट तोड़ने पे क्या क्या हो सकता है, ये कॉन्ट्रैक्ट एक्ट में लिखा गया है. That is what is Indian Contract Act of 1872. Is it clear to all of you? The next is called as Sales of Goods Act. The Sales of Goods Act, my dear student, is the act which provides safeguard and relief to the buyer of the goods in case of purchase do not comply with express or implied condition and warranty. अगर जैसा बोला है वैसा माल नहीं आता है, वैसी चीजें नहीं होती है, तो the Sale of Goods Act of 1930, I repeat, the Sale of Goods Act of 1930 is there for the safeguard and the relief of the buyers of the goods purchased. That is what is stated over here. Okay, the next act over here states as the Essential Commodity Act. Essential Commodity Act का मतलब क्या होता है? These products are required. ये तो जिंदा रहने के लिए तो जरूरी है, ऐसा बोला गया है कि भाई अगर हमको जिंदा रहना है तो ये सारे एस्पेक्ट्स आर वेरी वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट under this act of 1955. The act aims at controlling production, supply, distribution, price of all the necessary goods. Inflationary trend pricing should not affect. For example, salt. Don't you think that salt is very very essential? Don't you think food items, vegetable, grains are very very essential in our life? So that is only stated in this act. Whatever things are required for continuing the life, that is very very necessary. And to charge higher prices, to create artificial scarcity, to do marketing is very very wrong as per this act. For example, in this pandemic situation, the three aspects were made very very essential: PPE kits, hand sanitizers, hand gloves and mask became essential. So they come under the essential commodity. It is very very necessary. It is very very necessary out there. Okay, the next is Agricultural Produce Act of 1937. According to this act, the grades and standards of agriculture, commodities and livestock products, the act stipulates that the condition which governs the use of standards and lays down the procedure कि आपको किस तरह के पैकेजिंग का यूज करना है, किस तरह का क्वालिटी प्रोड्यूस करना है, इट इज वेरी वेरी नेसेसरी. बिलो दिस क्वालिटी यू कैन नॉट प्रोड्यूस एनीथिंग. दैट इज एग्रीकल्चरल प्रोड्यूस एक्ट ऑफ 1937. Next is Prevention of Food Adulteration Act 1954. This act specifies that the food adulteration, they keep a specific check on it. Anybody has seen new Kinley ad? They have mentioned in their ad that due to changes in the government requires about purity, about this, that is what is stated over here. You must have produced the edible items के packets, पता है उसके ऊपर green और red color के marks आते हैं. What does that green mark states? The green mark specifies that the product is vegetarian, and the red mark states that the product is non-vegetarian. It is very 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 necessary. ये food adulteration act में आता है कि तुम कौन से टाइप का फूड बना रहे हो, बताओ हमको. The next is Standard Weight and Measures Act. Next time anybody who has a packet of wafer, just check this. You can see over here they have mentioned net weight or volume. Can you see all of these? Net weight and volume. This is a tub of ice cream. ये ice cream का tub है. अब ये ice cream का tub, when I am going to measure, इसका वजन 100 grams है. इसका वजन कितना है? 100 grams. So can I say, if I am saying that I am selling 1 kg of ice cream, उसमें से 100 grams तो डब्बे का वजन हो जाएगा. So it will be a cheating because I am charging for 1 kg, but I am providing only 100 grams. Yes or no? It will be a cheating. So according to the Standard Weight and Measurement Act, the rules and regulations have been made that whichever goods are sold, वो cheating करके ना बेचा जाए, आप उसमें उसका weight measures करके रखो. This is what is called as Standard Weight Act. The next is Trademark Act. दूर से देखा तो M दिख रहा था, दूर से देखा हाईवे पे तो M दिख रहा था, पास जाके देखा तो मैकडॉनल्ड्स निकला. तो कैन आई से M is the symbol of McDonald's? दूर से देखा तो कोई रानी ऐसे खड़ी थी, पास जाके देखा तो कौन सा स्टोर निकलेगा बच्चों? That queen standing like this is which store? Starbucks. Exactly. My supreme favorite, Starbucks. That venti, choco chips, Java choco chips. Pay attention here. Starbucks. So can you use that Starbucks symbol? No. It is an act which has protections for fraudulent marks on the products. आप एड़ा गेरा किसी का भी मार्क यूज नहीं कर सकते. That is what is stated over here. The next point is about the Competition Act 2000. Next is the Competition Act 2000. You must be noticing that the coronavirus vaccine has been produced in the country. Corona vaccine country में produce हो गई है. Yes or no? And it is being supplied. तो can I say, suppose अगर ये सागर इंडस्ट्रीज have produced, सागर फार्मा has produced, तो वो मार्केट में मोनोपोली लाएगा, ये मेरा मेडिसिन है, if you want to buy you will have to pay 1 lakh rupees for one tablet. Can I say सागर ये चीज कर सकता है? Another aspect, सागर has started with mobiles, SM mobiles, एंड सागर को किसी भी हाल में वन प्लस और एप्पल को गिराना है, उसका मार्केट तोड़ना है. सागर बोलता है मेरे पास इतना पैसा है, आई कैन टॉलरेट अ लॉस ऑफ 5,000 crore rupees. I can tolerate a loss of 5,000 crore rupees. I have way much of money. So what he do? He provides the same to same features wala mobile in the market for rupees 20 to 30,000. Same that is prepared by Apple, same that is prepared by OnePlus. So can I say he is spoiling the healthy competition out there? Yes or no? So this is what my dear students called as Competition Act. So in order to provide unfair such practices, the Competition Act has been made, Competition Act 2002. And the last is the Bureau of Indian Standards. The Bureau of Indian Standards has been set under the Act with two major activities. A, formation of quality standards of goods and their certification through BSI. And second, manufacturers are permitted to use ISI mark on their product after ensuring that the goods are confirmed. पता है ISI mark आता है, BSI and ISI mark आता है products पे, especially electronic items पे. So yes, if you are passing those exams, अगर आप वो standards fulfill करते हो, then you can use that ISI mark. That is what is stated in the act over here. Okay, which is very, very, very important. And yes, they have also set up the grievance cell, grievance yani complaint cell, which will solve the problems of the people out there. I hope all of these are clear to you. So I hope all of you must have understood the session very properly and thoroughly out there, and nobody would be having any doubt. But still, if you have doubt, you can put the question over here. Bye everyone. Thank and see you all in the next session. Bye bye everyone. Ta-da.